Hello everyone, how you doing? I thought I'd do a wee impromptu live stream here because I've been working on quite a few things on my site because I got basically barred from everywhere and ostracised from everywhere and cancelled everywhere. So I've put my head to doing something else for a year and a half, and I thought I'd pop it back out again. I have been doing a few interviews occasionally over the past wee while. But I've been working on some other stuff. Not that anyone gives a shit. We've all got busy lives, etc. But I thought I'd at least go through the motions of promoting myself before getting ignored quite a lot again and disappearing into obscurity. So at least I keep myself amused, aye. So I'll give you a rundown of some of the stuff I've been doing. I'll just bring this up here. So this is my website, BillyWatson.tv. It's the only safe place for me on the internet, as I say, because YouTube didn't like me. Facebook got hacked on Facebook, and they didn't want to give me my site back. Vimeo removed 10,500 videos, so I've got so much stuff in the background here that's not been published because I had to remove every post from my site because Vimeo took every video down. Actually, I could bring it up here, but I recently sent a wee message to Vimeo saying, what about getting my site back? Again, obviously now the fucking pandemic has been exposed for anyone with a brain, but they're still adamant that the WHO is correct and I've got no chance of getting it back ever, and don't darken their door again. So at least they give me a courtesy of a fucking final fuck off. So thanks very much for that, Vimeo. If you want to see my real response to Vimeo, if you go to my songs section or music section and go to My Life Doesn't Matter, you'll see my reply to Vimeo. It's basically me singing along, change the words to Bohemian Rhapsody, and it's all about Vimeo can get the fuck. After they tell me to get the fuck, so who's the real winners there? 15 years of paying a monthly subscription doesn't matter a fuck if the WHO step in. The fascist organisations that are out there, YouTube being another one that doesn't like me. So right now I think I've only got some concert videos up there because I just took all my other stuff down because I just didn't want to be associated with them. So there's a few concert videos up there, but ultimately I didn't use that much either. Although occasionally I do a live stream when I'm interviewing guests. Some of them stay up, some of them get taken down. So I get 5 or 6 views there now and again. But anyway, that's why I'm focusing on just my website, because in theory they can't ban that. And again, I have put some of it behind membership, which no one joins, but at least with the online harms bill, if you've signed up for an email to get entry to it, then I don't know if that provides any protection. Know that I'm scared of the police at the door because I'm taking steps in that direction as well to basically prove I'm not under their jurisdiction. Anyway, let's have a wee look at my website, shall we? And let you ken what I've been up to. So, yeah, if you go to BillyWatson.tv, this is what comes up. It's under the all content section. I have been making some video kind of blogs on TikTok. I had 4 TikTok channels. One of them was for Billy Watson and his All Star Imaginary Band, but there's too much effort. In fact, I was just putting the text up for that. I wasn't getting a lot of traction, so that's on the back burner. But then I had 3 other ones. One's for my blogs of posting video gigs up because I go to concerts, whatever, and share about the clips from that. Not got much traction on that, but anyway, it's just a little thing I do now and again. They had 2 of the main ones. Emma was helping me out with Billy Watson TV _ interviews, and somebody hacked that, and I've been trying to get that back. I had 3,500 followers, trying to get that back from TikTok, but they're wanting you to tell them where you signed up, when you signed up, when was your last login, what phones have you used, what colour was your shit this morning. So I'm trying to jump through all the hoops because who keeps evidence of all this stuff? So basically, if you've got a TikTok account, I recommend doing two-factor identification, fucking login, and going back in your records and writing down when you signed up, what colour your shit was that morning, and maybe you'll have a chance of getting it back. But basically, that's on hold now because the hackers done a pretty good job. So got hacked on Facebook, lost my account for that, 10,500. How many followers? I had 14,000 followers there. They're all gone. It didn't matter anyway because you get shadow banned. So any time I'd done a live, I was still only getting 4.5 viewers, getting the half one being the Doug. So, but I have got another TikTok on the go, and occasionally I do a wee walk to my work or whatever. I've got 5 minutes and I put the video on and have a wee rant. And that's under video blogs. It's the first one. Basically, every time I do a new one, there's a playlist. So you'll see all the blogs of 2025. You catch them there. This all content section is all the posts of all the different categories come up, whether it's public, behind the free membership, or the paid. So you just scroll down there, you do older entries, and you'll get that. Now, again, I'm still doing quite a lot of organisation because I have went through 5 books and I've still to sort out each individual post with the correctly anyway. It's taking a lot of time, but I'm doing that in the background. But let's have a look at these contents on the site. We've got blog. If you go there, that's a public blog where if I travel around or do something that I want anyone to see, it's not very active just now. Last one was September 9th, 2023, apart from a whole bunch of AI photos I've put in there. But if you go back far enough in this one, you will see my tour of Scotland that I've done with Emma. It was handing out Moira Bruin's Questioning Lockdown. It's an Equinox Festival trip there. Some basically, just blogs of walking around and making videos of places we visit. Cramond and St Andrews, fighting the war there. And as I said, if you go back far enough, if you want to see me, I should edit it more, but it takes time. There's Don and David. I've done a Scottish tour with them a couple of times. Tom Lester and David Parker wrote the book What Really Makes You Ill. Some coups there, and myself. Oh, there's what's his name, John, someone who speaks out for the vaccine injured, and Don and David's first trip to get into South Queensferry. This is going to take longer than I thought it was, just because I do tend to ramble. Oh, Barrowland disgrace when they weren't letting people in due to the COVID. Anyway, Scottish, you can watch the full tour there, or you go through the different stages and you'll see the photos again. I should edit it more, but it takes a lot of time. But anyway, there's a lot of footage there. So that's the blog section. I'll maybe pick that up again once I've sorted all the rest of the site out. That's public. The comedy section has got things like my TV license sketch show. You can see here the actual book for Politically Corrected, which is technically comedy, and every section here I'm just trying to see if it's the songs or the text. Let's see.
Muhammad Ali's.
Right.
That is, of course.
So that's the text. Oh, and so you get the text version and the audio. Basically, BWAIB's Billy Watson and his all-star imaginary band, AI Band. So I've put all my books into music, and you can see them there as well as me performing things here. Here's what happens if we get to these playlist things. If you click one, that comes up the video. Let's see if we can move this. Right. And then to get any of these controls, if you make a large screen,
let me give you a bit of background to this.
And then
Conspiracy theories. How did I start?
You can move it along like this.
Like most people.
If you want to skip along, but it has to be in big screen to do that. If you come out of big screen, you can't do that. At least not on mine, maybe it's because I've got this GDPR thing there. But if you go big screen here, then you can move that and use the volume. So that's that. Right? All the different things. Again, there will be more getting added when I sort some other stuff out that I've been working on. So that's comedy. That's if it's not got, I should really write premium there. Premium behind the ones that don't have public or basic. And then basic is if you sign up here at the side, basic membership, get access to concerts, shooting the shit, Slaver and Pish and video blogs. So if you want to see my TikTok ranks, basically, you sign up for the basic membership, which is free, and that gets you access to concerts. And there is quite a lot there. I've still got to add some, but Blood on the Tracks perform live. That's the guy from Belle and Sebastian, Stuart McDonald, I think his name is. Dire Straits covers band, James at the Corn Exchange, Throwing Muses, Mogwai, Francis Rossi, and various other live gigs have been to, Van Morrison and others. Worth the watch if you like that kind of stuff. So that's concerts, Ed Fringe, gigs, music, etc. They're all premium. The premium membership is £3 a month, but you can get in there and watch some of them for a 7-day free trial. So you can watch what you want, sign out, and didn't pay anything. And the interviews, out of respect for the guests that come on, I'm not putting them behind any wall, free or otherwise. So it's John Sloman, Conspiracy Music Guru, Elizabeth Hancock, John O'Looney, and there's Jason Liasotos, if that's how you pronounce it. But yeah, I'm picking up a few. I'm going on holiday soon, so I've got a few requests out there for some others before I go away, so I'll be picking them up again. It's been a while since I've done. June the 24th was the last interview I had a guest on the show. I'd done a small interview for Patricio at the start of July. So that's that. That's the basic menu at the side. And you get the TikTok links there. And this is a Spotify list. If you want to go to Spotify, you can see we've chosen some songs from the bands that we've seen. Billy and Emma's Spotify list. Right, so that's all that. How's it going so far over here? No viewers to be expected. Right, so let me just change this now, and I'm fitting to the book section. So we're at the book section. Has it came up here? Yes, it has. So in the book section, basically this is in the premium membership. It's got little musical intros, songs that basically it's got this text in, convert to a song. So the first books, you want to get them on Amazon, you can buy the book there, click there, it takes you to the Amazon link. Come further down, Billy Watson and his All-Star Imaginary Band. Each one of these has got at least 2 versions of every song. So all of these books converted to music. Like here, you come here. So you've got side A. Basically, Buck and Cunningham has quite a lot of different sides. It takes a while for them to load in because I've done some versions and I updated the book as I was writing it. So it's got even more versions in. So initially, side C was side A, but I done some edits. So I had to do all the book again. So you can see every song there once, another version of it there, another version. Oh, that's the bonus tracks. These bonus tracks are extra versions I made while doing those 2. And then there's a side CD and bonus tracks from that. Quite a lot, aye. So that's just with Buck and Cunningham playing the music. If you click there, play now.
Emperor Toby Coward, Scotland's greatest living psychopath, or at least that's who I like to think of myself. I say if ye are going to diss him, go all the way, even if it is detrimental to your spiritual and physical health.
So that's that. Scroll down at the side here. You can see all the songs there. Some of them there's 15 minutes, that song, Living the Dream. Took quite a bit of editing, that one, to say the least. So that's that. Then here, as I said, when you come down here, you've got the narration side of it. So basically I've narrated all these books. So there's only one version of that, but it's in different sections, section 1 to 20, 21 to 40. So you can play that. Oh dear.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the book version of my 2012 Edinburgh Festival Fringe show, Sex, Drugs and Marriage.
I think there's a wee mistake in that there. Hello everyone and welcome. Hello everyone and welcome. So a lot of mistake there, but apart from that, it should be alright.
Which I performed at the Newsroom Bar. It's an absolute pleasure to have you here. It really is.
So that's all that. And again, that's with every book. You can get the narrated version. So if you don't want to buy my books, you can join up for free for 7 days, £3 a month after that, and look at the books. Then we've got playlists. If you click up here, playlists, and this is my Edinburgh Festival shows: Nob Stewart, Wrong Comedy, Wrongfully Dismissed, the whole Billy and Emma's Scottish tour, all my music that I've changed the lyrics to. My trips to Belfast I've done recently are trips to Turkey last year. Like here, that's the first time I went in January, the first one there. Then we've got this one, we went back in April. And then we went back in November 2024. So there's some interesting videos there of us going to ancient sites and the like. 30 videos in that, that's each day, plus a few bonus ones at the end of the Spendos show that we went to. Stuff like that. In the playlist section, the Freedom gigs, some of my early gigs, I'm still adding to all this stuff. Poetry, music, and these production videos, that's ones I've got the lyrics to and I've made videos like to match the words. So there's about 40 videos in there. So anyway, that's all that. You go to the live section. Basically, this is where you can access the live shows, and it's got some chat there. So if you sign up for the free chat, free membership, your name will appear in here. But basically, if I click play there, I should see content not available. I thought I was going live to my site, so I need to double check that before I start getting guests on. Assuming I'm still live now. But anyway, that's all that. And yeah, I did have a social site set up, but I've not been using that very much. Maybe, again, it's all waiting there for people to use. I've got a full-time job and, a relationship and life. And the full-time job's actually quite painful now. My body's hurting a lot. Oh, hello there, Noel. Good to see you. I would ideally, it'd be great if people would support all this work I do. And, if I had, 500 people or something paying £3 a month, then I could leave the full-time job. It'll probably be a mistake though, because I'll probably introduce online ID and then I'll not be able to access my site, which you can, it's all coming. But that's why I've not been doing kind of shooting the shit shows and as many interviews as I would like, because I've been working on all this stuff. And when I come back from a holiday, I'll probably pick up more live shows and stuff like that. But in the meantime, I just thought I'd show you that. If you want to go and check out all my books, playlists, and the content I've got on the site there, that's how you do it. Hope that was of interest to you. I am interviewing Guy Anderson again next week on the Tuesday at 1 o'clock. I think that's Tuesday the 19th. So I'm looking forward to that. Going to see Nile Rodgers tonight and Cheek. if you sign up for the free and watch my video blogs, you'll see what I think of Oasis. Or go and watch my TikTok. I got quite a lot of hate from my Oasis vlogs, but basically, I'd much rather be going to see Nile Rodgers at the Barrowlands tonight than having an Oasis sing along. But that's just me. That's why I don't get many followers, because I'm not a fan of the biggest band in the planet right now. I said, aye, that's the fucking problem, innit? Do some reels for Instagram, TikTok, short engaging videos. Aye, I'm doing that. As I say, go and check out my TikTok. It's at billywatson.tv, same as my website. So check out my latest ones. I made a video actually for Magic Mushies. It got 50,000 views. Still can't get anyone to my website though, so I don't know what good it does. People just like to go on TikTok and YouTube, but actually trying to get them across to our website. Again, I will be making it more active, but it's took a great deal, and I mean a great deal, of time and effort to turn 5 books into music, publish the books, edit the books. Because as I was doing it, I was noticing some mistakes, so I was fixing them, and fucking hell. Basically, it's been a long, hard slog, but thank fuck, it's basically done. I've got a few, because I walk around every day as well when I'm doing my postman job, listening to the music to make sure AI's, because sometimes it has wee glitches and doesn't do exactly what you ask it, so then I have to write down the number of it and come back and try and fix it. Just double check they're all right. So I've got a few more to double check, but in the main, it's pretty much done. So I don't know if you can feel the relief fucking oozing out of me, because that has been never ending. And to be honest with you, it is quite entertaining to hear, there's different conspiracy theories, war and terrorism, football, sex, work, and then my life story. I'm not actually even talked about that much. I've got this book, Sex, Drugs and Marriage, and yeah, it's basically my life story in different sections, like going to Amsterdam, going to Jamaica, and various other things. So it's quite hardcore, to be honest with you. And that's all been narrated and turned to music, which is quite interesting. I don't think many other books have been converted to music. You can sing along to a book. And not a small book, quite a large book. So anyway, that's where you can do that stuff there. Aye. And even you can buy the books. I'm actually thinking, I'm just preparing it. I'm doing an audio section here as well, where basically I might set up, you can buy the audio. So if you buy the hard copy of the book, and then you buy the audio download, or some people could even play the songs and then screenshot them and get the audio for that. But anyway, get the audio download, then you can play the audio, sing along as you're reading the book. Oh yeah, it's all possible. So anyway, I think I've rambled enough on this one. Hope you enjoyed that. That's been my website fucking review, and I'll just carry on as normal and maybe see some of you next Tuesday for Guy Anderson. I've also put a request out there from Mike Williams, so he's agreed to come on, and John Sloman's coming back. I like keeping in touch with some old friends, and because as you interview people, you get to know them, and yeah, it's good to get some old friends back on and keep up to date. You didn't want to lose friendships in this day and age. Those with a like mind need to stick together, especially for the shit that's coming down the fucking fire, whatever, coming down the pan or the chute or whatever, pretty quickly, aye? How about putting interviews on tracks, SoundCloud? Can you monetize things on SoundCloud? I didn't know you could do that. Again, I'm just putting my interview clips. I had 3,500 followers on TikTok, but I don't know if I'll get that back. But I was actually the next part of the plan, because I did have a podcast on here as well at one point. It was costing me $10 a month, and I'm not getting traction from it. But I was converting the the interviews to podcasts and the audios. And if you do look on Spotify and various other places, there is some of my audios up there. So when I do finish all this section that I'm doing now, I was planning on getting the audio from every interview, going back to this podcast thing, and then putting them all up there, and then maybe starting to do the regular interviews. So, yeah. Again, I'm only one guy and I work a full-time job. If I got lots of support, then I would do more. In fact, I actually want to write more and do more creative stuff instead of fucking around on the internet all the time. So, but again, sometimes I do wonder, no saying digital ID shit is coming, so I kind of say to myself, what is the fucking point anyway, you know? So maybe we all just need to go, as I've been saying for a long time, and find a spot and prepare for end times, you know, the bifurcation where you have to make a choice. Do you want to go into the material AI technology reality, or do you want to be spiritual and live in a fucking field and hopefully your spirit can evolve somewhere away from fucking this place? So we'll leave all the materialistic girls and boys, you know, I am a material person, legal fiction, living in the AI material world. Oh yeah. Dust off those tents. Seems like a good idea, for sure. Aye. But it seems people want to go and fight the police and everything. We need to... Apparently there's some... a Muslim consortium trying to buy a Scottish island and set up Sharia law. Maybe we need a fucking freedom, you know, critical thinkers consortium. But we're probably didn't have money because we didn't join the Freemasons and stuff like that. So I don't know how much we'll need for a consortium to go and buy an island, but could be an idea. And then we'll be like those tribes with the big spears. Come near us and you'll get a big spear. That seems like the way forward. So anyway, I'll stop rambling now. Thanks very much for watching this one, and we'll see you, as I said, next Tuesday for Guy Anderson and maybe some other one before. Who knows? Thanks for watching. Cheers and out. Bye bye.